Greetings to the students, parents, and guardians of the graduating class of 2020. We acknowledge in a good way the original people of the land here. We value the cultures, histories, and relationships with the Indigenous people of Turtle Island. We are grateful to continue our educational journeys with the First Nation communities of Nipissing First Nation and traditional land on which we are situated. With gratitude, we value the historical family lands, partnerships, and relationships with the Métis Nation, Algonquin Nation, urban Indigenous community, and many of the First Nation community members who are a part of our school communities.
Hello, class of 2020, and congratulations on graduating. You've worked hard to get here, and you should be proud of everything you've accomplished. I know this wasn't how you thought you were going to celebrate this moment. You had plans to walk across the stage with your diploma in hand and hope in your heart, with your parents, teachers, and coaches watching proudly and your friends cheering you on. You were looking forward to dressing up for prom and dancing the night away. But even if today is different than you planned, I want you to know that this moment is still very special, because nothing can take away the hard work it took to get here, not even a global pandemic. Now, I know that the last few months have made the future seem more uncertain. That summer job you were hoping to get might be a little more difficult to find, and your plans to go off to college or university in the fall might look different. The truth is, these are challenging times. But you were made for moments like this. Across this country, we've seen you take to the streets demanding action on climate change. You've joined millions to keep moving us forward on gender equality, and you've stood up against intolerance and hate. And daily, you challenge us all how we think about mental health. Your generation will continue the fight for a more just and equal world. Your passion and your dreams will shape what our future can and should look like. Class of 2020, this is still your year to shine. You have all the tools you need to make your dreams a reality, and you have friends and loved ones who will be there for you as you pursue them. So as you start this next chapter in your life, remember that you have the power to change Canada and the world for the better. You're not just the leaders of tomorrow, you're the leaders of today. Your time is now, and I can't wait to see what you'll do next. Once again, congratulations.
Bonjour, Bushu, Wache-yi. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, family, friends, teaching and support staff, graduates, and anyone who has chosen to be part of our virtual Chippewa graduation ceremony for 2019-20. Welcome. I don't imagine that any of you would have thought that this is how we would be celebrating today, but this recent pandemic has forced us to rearrange traditions and cancel plans. Our students and school community felt, however, that it was important that we endeavor to make graduation as real as possible and to honor our students with the ceremony. And so I find myself delivering my message online, but from our school. As I heard from our own graduates earlier this week, they are a unique group and adversity has not been uncommon for them. They may be smack in the center of COVID, but as Kate Cardinal pointed out earlier this week in a student-led video, this has only made them stronger and more determined to live with their lives each and every day. So although graduation may look a little different this year, we are hopeful that you are still able to gather with family and friends to toast from a safe distance and toss your caps collectively over the internet. Today is about many things: celebrating the achievements of our students, remembering special times, honoring the support and guidance of parents and loved ones, giving thanks to teachers and staff, and planning next steps. So many next steps. So even if this COVID thing puts those steps on hold for a little while, don't worry, we know you've got this. Before we talk about the next steps, we really should stop to think about all that you have done to get here, because it's a pretty big deal. You may not remember, but I can guarantee that your parents can recall your first day of school, when your backpack was bigger than you were, or the first piece of macaroni art you brought home, your first best friend, and the first time you learned to spell your name. Or maybe it was when you failed your first test, got caught skipping a class, or a teacher called home. It doesn't really matter what it is, but a lot of work has gone into getting to this day. And although for many of you it has not necessarily been easy, you have learned that growth can come from failure and adversity. Your participation in today's celebration is a true testament to your perseverance and your achievements. I want to congratulate all of you on this accomplishment, as you should be extremely proud of what you have achieved over your 6 years at Chippewa. You have studied for tests, put tons of hours into homework and projects, you've discussed, debated, and maybe even danced, played, or created your way through credits. If a regular school was not enough, you have stepped up to meet this very difficult time since March and school closures. You have worked from a distance, picked up packages, attended virtual meetings, watched online videos, and did whatever was necessary to complete your credits from at home, all the while dealing with everything else that COVID has handed to families and communities. Well, all this work has produced some pretty incredible young people. At our annual Recognizing Raters Virtual Awards Assembly, Thomas Plamondon was recognized for the highest average in a full IB program. Elsa Conkle-Sege and Courtney Townsend were honored for the A.G. Bishop Award for Drama and Music. And how about Rachel Point, acknowledged in Senior Business, and Zach Thompson receiving the OYAP Award? And of course, these are just a few of the academic successes you have received. Besides academics, you have also had talent in the arts, including performances in the community, Music Fest Nationals twice, and a 4-year streak of high silver and gold performances. And then too, I should thank music students for always being available to provide music at school events like Remembrance Day. Dance students were even able to complete IB performances during COVID, and although you were not able to have your year-end art auction, visual arts graduates have contributed to the beautiful artwork around the school. Of course, I would be mistaken if I forgot to mention some of the incredible accomplishments this year in Chippewa sports. Our seniors won several NDA championships this year, including a comeback for boys basketball that emptied our new bleachers. It was incredible to see a packed gym cleared as students joined their athletes on the floor. As well, senior girls volleyball team won NASA, and 2 teams attended OFSA, including our Nordic skiers, coached by Eric Koskiharia. Oh, and congrats to graduates Tiana Mezinev and Gabe Mitchell for winning our award for Athletes of the Year. I would also like to mention some of the other things that you may have been part of at Chippewa. In the fall, Allie and Sac started Fall Fest. You organized and participated in the Santa Claus Parade and continued to be best buddies. Despite COVID, Elsa, Rachel, Maeve, and Noelle, along with their team, created a beautiful yearbook. You hosted an incredible virtual Chipchella with Whitfield students and continued to be involved and engaged in supporting our community during this emergency lockdown. Hearing all these stories about Chippewa graduates, you should not be surprised to know that we have students like Kate heading to business administration at Nipissing, or that Emma is planning to head to criminology, or that Gifford wants to go to environmental science at Carleton in a year, or maybe Maeve's significant scholarship to Queen's. Or how about the fact that Austin LeBlanc and Mitch Crowder have been offered full-time jobs at Gincor Works in Mattawa? I am proudly honored to speak to you on behalf of our staff who have helped support you through your journey at Chippewa. And I know after watching your incredible tribute this week that the feelings are mutual. Today is a very special day for family and friends too. It's a day to celebrate as well. From packing lunches, helping with homework, making Halloween costumes, driving to 7 a.m. soccer practice, paying activity fees, editing essays, and nagging about assignments, your family has been in it for the long run. They've taught you to work hard and persevere, and that has helped you get here. Your family and friends have been your biggest advocates and always wanted what is best for you, even when you didn't think so. Thank you to all the parents, grandparents, guardians, and other family members who have helped along the way. It is truly a team effort. Teachers and school staff, thank you for all that you do for our students. As kind and compassionate as our students are, so are our staff. If you have ever driven past Chippewa at 7 in the morning, there are already cars here. Lunch hours are always busy as students head in to get math help from Mr. Gregoris or saunter into student success to hang out with the Nodfather. Our staff have built relationships with you, worked tirelessly to make curriculum interesting and engaging, sought ways to help you reach your potential, fed you, encouraged you, and listened when you needed someone to talk to. As a principal in a school, I am lucky enough to walk by classrooms of attentive learners every day. I've seen Mrs. Scorch reward her students with donuts, needing little encouragement to listen to her jokes. Kids heading into Sunny's room because they needed a place to hang out, or students waiting after school just to chat with Mrs. Bradford because she's just the right person to listen. I know that Mr. Crothers likes to talk, maybe a little off topic some days, that Mrs. Point will give you straight up advice about career options, that Mr. Bowl gets a little passionate about some topics, and of course, who wouldn't want to be coached by Miss Merchant? Now I know I've forgotten to mention many teachers, but I will leave that job to you. Send them an email and let them know you will miss them. As much as you have missed school and your friends, your teachers have missed you, and it has been tough not getting to say goodbye. Thank them for coaching you and tutoring your artistic and musical talents, and for helping you to become better students. Athletes, artists, dancers, and musicians. Some would say they have made you better people. And now to you. Thank you, graduates, for sharing your best selves and maybe sometimes the not best you with us. Thank you for making us better teachers, for reminding us that you don't all learn them the same way, and that sometimes it's not even about the academic. For reminding us it is truly about relationships, about giving you the time and space you need when everything is not right in your worlds, and for letting us know you as people first and foremost. Thank you, graduates, for letting us learn with you, coach you, dance with you, help foster your artistic flair, and celebrate your volunteer spirit. You have been much more to us than students. If you ever listen to a teacher talk to someone, they mention their kids, and I would guarantee that that is quite often you. Graduates, you are coming to the conclusion of your high school journey. 2 years ago, I spoke about continuing the learning journey. Last year, I focused on making the world a better place, and while I still believe that each of these things is important, this year I would argue that we have learned some different things, and I would ask that you remember these messages going forward. COVID has taught us what is important about family and staying home to protect the larger good. We have learned about how we can be apart but stay together. We have learned about the dedication of our healthcare workers and critical service providers, and how people from around the world have stepped up to support each other. Unfortunately, we've also learned more recently that there is more to be learned, and that maybe we are not supporting each other. We have learned that the world is not always fair and equitable, and that for some, value is not measured by the people that we are, but by the color of our skin or the culture that we come from. Chippewa graduates, you have to do better to fight against racism and violence and inequity. In our school, we have worked hard to create an accepting environment where everyone can be their true selves, instead of trying to be a second-rate version of someone else. We have celebrated fairness and inclusivity and worked towards truth and reconciliation. You need to continue these pursuits as the world becomes a smaller place. You need to accept who you are and the rare people that surround you as equals. Richard Wagamesic said, "When there is a crack in the mirror, I can't see myself as I am. All I see is the crack. The crack tells me that there is something wrong with me, that I am not enough, and that is how others see me too." It's not a question of finding a better mirror, it's about seeing beyond the crack. I am not, nor ever will be perfect, but I don't need to live for approval. I need to live for acceptance and joy in the unique, worthy, lovable, beautiful, sacred being that I am, and to celebrate the same thing in others. That's seeing beyond the crack. Celebrate who you are and the many varied and special people that you meet. Oh, and don't forget about learning. We are quickly heading to a point where our personal lives and 80% of the jobs require creativity, competence, initiative, high levels of conceptual understanding, complex decision-making skills, and most importantly, knowing how to learn. Graduates, you are looking to the future, and what a great place to be. I expect some of you are looking forward with enthusiasm, and some of you may be a bit nervous, especially because we don't know what September will bring. But you don't need to be afraid, because you have already dealt with adversity, and we know that you can make your way through it. You need to heed the words of Hillary Clinton, and always aim high, work hard, and care deeply about what you believe, and that will bring you success. You don't need to be nervous unless you plan not to try. Look to the future and do the work. Whatever it does or doesn't become, you have some say in it, but not if you don't make the effort and take the chance. Don't disappoint yourself. Find your passion, do the work 100% all of the time. Remember, all we have is moments, so live them as though no one of them can be wasted. Inhabit them, fill them with light of your best intentions. Honor them with your full presence. Find the joy, the calm, and the assuredness that follows the hours and the days to take care of themselves. Any of you can do that, and if you can do that, you will know that you have lived. Again, another quote from Richard Wagamesic. You truly are a wonderful group of people. Typically, as I wrap up, I go to Dr. Seuss's Guide for Life for those just starting out, and I would recommend that when you have a few minutes, you read. For today, however, I'm going to leave you with a quick note from Steve Jobs. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart's intuition. Be kind, Chippewa graduates, find empathy, and look out for each other. And always remember, you will move mountains. In closing, on behalf of the entire staff of Chippewa Secondary School, we are extremely proud of all of you, and we wish you good luck. Bon chance.
And Samantha, I'm presenting you your certificate of accomplishment just for you. And you also received a staff bursary. You got some money. And we hope that you're going to proceed to the paddle program. Hi! But you have other presents. Look, you have a present from Miss B. You go get it.
Hi, how are you?
So what do you say? These are good manners.
And here, I'll hold them.
Do you want?
You have another present.
Samantha,
Look,
look.
Miss give you a beautiful present. Look at that. Hold on. Is that pretty?
It won't stay on, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Campbell Smith, receiving an OSSD, SHSM in sports, plans to attend Sioux College in the fall to study film production. Her goal would be to become the best in my field. Recipient of the QB 1165 bursary. Congratulations, Campbell. OSSD, plans on attending University of Toronto's Faculty of Social Sciences and Economics. Congratulations, Ian.
Lovely. Hello.
Receiving an OSSD, a French immersion certificate, an IB certificate, taking a gap year to get personal training certification and work. Recipient of the Luesby Family Memorial Award. Congratulations, Hallie.
Aww.
There you go.
What's the award for?
Yeah, I don't even.
Noella Carraza, OSSD, International Baccalaureate Certificate, plans to attend Carleton University and receive her Bachelor of Business Administration degree with a concentration in international business. Congratulations. Congrats!
Unless it cuts off the picture. I don't know. I feel like I'm on the stage. Congratulations.
Read the envelope.
Oh yeah. Okay. Rachel's graduating with her OSSD, her French immersion certificate, her IB certificate, and her full SHSM in business. She plans on attending the University of Ottawa for a bachelor's degree in commerce with a focus in human resources and French immersion. She's receiving the Camara Consulting Award.
Footnote there, they're allowed to have their family. Chippewa's not breaking rules.
Okay, I will leave and you can walk down by yourself.
Okay. Do any of this thing?
Actually, I'm going to the photo area.
Thank you. Okay, where do I
Thank
go?
you.
I'm going to read what's on the envelope. And like Mrs. Point, who forgot to.
Okay. Read it out nice and loud. Okay, Eric Koski-Harya is graduating with an OSSD and an IB certificate, and his arts certificate as well. He's also earned his specialist high skills major in business. He plans to attend York University for a Bachelor of Arts in Theatre, and he is the recipient of a Chippewa staff bursary today.
So we have Erin Twig getting her OSSD, who plans to attend Nipissing University in the criminology program. Her goal is to attend police academy in hopes of becoming a police officer. Erin is also receiving a Carl Sanders internship scholarship. Okay, turn around, get your picture taken.
Blanc is receiving his OSSD, plans to work full-time at Jinko Works, welding transport, recipient of the Jinko Works Award. Congratulations. Yay, Austin!
Turn around, have your picture taken.
Paparazzi! There he is.
Mitchell Crowder, recipient of the OSSD, will be working full-time at Jincor Works in Mattawa. Congratulations.
Proud of you.
Read the envelope.
Oh, I just read it. Sorry.
Meadow Merrill, OSSD,
extended French certificate, art certificate, SHSM business, plans to attend Cambrian College for Business Administration, then go to Laurentian University to receive a Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. My goal is to work in fashion industry while living in Europe. Recipient of the North Bay Oddfellows Lodge bursary. You're welcome.
Certificate, returning to Chippewa. Her goal is to change the world one smile at a time.
Turn your hands up. Karen, don't get distracted.
We have Jake France receiving his OSSD, Extended French Certificate, IB Certificate, studying psychology at King's College University in London, Ontario. Turn around the picture. Tyson Edworthy is receiving his OSSD, his Extended French Certificate, plans to attend Canada College to study electrical techniques. Future includes going to Cambrian College and taking the power line technician course. He will then hopefully work in British Columbia as a power line technician. Have your picture taken. Haley Clayton. Haley is receiving her OSSD, Extended French Certificate, SHSM in Sports, attending Canada College for Environmental Technology. Her future plans include a degree in environmental management, and she is the recipient of the Canada College Secondary School Award. Oh my God! Thank you. Turn around, move your tassel over, they'll take a picture. Uh-oh. Willa Tabachnik, receiving her OSSD, Art Certificate. She plans to attend Creighton University in the fall for English and writing. Turn around, move your tassel over, and she'll take the picture.
Olivia Clavel, receiving an OSSD, an art certificate, the SHSM in sports, planning on attending Canada College for practical nursing. She would like to enroll in the Canadian Armed Forces and pursue a career in the nursing field. Recipient of the Canada College Secondary School Award. Congratulations. So just wrap it, turn around.
Yay! Woo!
Good job, Olivia. Michaela Etier, receiving an OSSD, attending Canada College for Pre-Health Sciences and then Dental Hygiene. Her goal is to take restorative hygiene in Alberta. Recipient of the Canada College Secondary School Award. Congratulations, Michaela. Oh, the black knees up.
I messed it up.
Receiving the OSSD, plans to attend Nipissing University and earn a Bachelor of Business Administration degree. Congratulations, Dylan. Get your
Low battery.
Oh, low battery? Okay.
Receiving her OSSD, her arts certificate. She plans to attend Nipissing University for a BA program in criminology. Her goal is to create positive changes for others. His OSSD, his arts certificate, his IB course certificate. Gifford plans to attend university after returning for one more year at Chippewa. His goal is to study in the sciences at Carleton University. Gifford is a recipient of the Terry Larmer Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, Gifford.
There you go, Gifford.
No, that's fine. Just angle. You're good. Angle. You're good.
Julia Einerson is receiving her OSSD, her IB certificate, her French immersion certificate. Plans to attend Nipissing University in the concurrent Bachelor of Arts in Education program, majoring in English Studies with the goal of becoming an educator at the intermediate senior level. She's receiving the Canadian Federation of Women of University Women Award.
Grab your picture.
Ashlyn Cullen receiving her OSSD, her arts
There we go.
Madison Norman is receiving her OSSD, her Extended French Certificate, Entrance Scholarship Award at Laurentian University. She plans to attend Laurentian and earn an honors Bachelor of Science in Forensic Science and Chemistry, and to eventually become a criminal lawyer. Take that with you, and I'll take a picture. So we have Bryson Porter receiving his OSSD. Congratulations. Turn around and we'll take a picture. Pass it over. Whoop. Not quite over. Perfect. Stand in there.
What?
But there you go. Samantha Fisher receiving her OSSD, her French Immersion Certificate, her IB Certificate. Samantha will be attending Nipissing University for an Honors Bachelor of Science in Biology. Her goal is to become a genetic counselor. She is a recipient of the Loosby Family Memorial Award. Congratulations.
Fiona Braun, she's receiving her OSSD, an entrance scholarship, and attending the University of Guelph for environmental science. Recipient of the Life Touch Award. Congratulations, Fiona.
Way to go, Fiona.
So, Maya Dokis, recipient of the OSSD, the French Immersion Certificate, IB Certificate, will be attending Nipissing University, Bachelor of Physical and Health Education, and her goal is to obtain a master's degree in physiotherapy or kinesiology and open my own sports clinic. Congratulations, Maya. Woohoo! Turn around and look at pictures. Put your hand castle. Oh. Yes, go. Yeah. Yeah. Terry Lynn Matheson will be receiving her OSSD, a French Immersion Certificate, an Art Certificate, IB Certificate, and plans to attend Queen's University for a Bachelor of Arts degree, majoring in political studies with a minor in sociology. My goal is to go to law school and pursue a career in estate or family law. Congratulations.
Woo! Oh, seriously? Yeah. Thank you. We don't have to all share like you should be. Look, they have on this name. Oh, sorry. There you go.
Dave, do you mind turning around for a couple photos, please?
For a Bachelor of Arts in Social Work. Goal is to pursue a career in child services and is the recipient of the Chippewa Students' Council Award and the Kira Daniel North Bay Select Soccer Award. Congratulations, Dana. Thank you. Okay, and then turn around, change your hat tassel, and smile for the camera.
Studying Bachelor of Science degree in Biology at Nipissing University, continue post-education to become a Doctor of Optometry at the University of Waterloo School of Optometry and Vision. Her goal is to become an optometrist. Carl Sanders entrance scholarship. For a Bachelor of Arts in Social Work. Goal is to pursue a career in child services and is the recipient of the Chippewa Students' Council Award and the Kira Daniel North Bay Select Soccer Award. Congratulations, Dana. Thank you. Okay, and then turn around, change your hat tassel, and smile for the camera. SHSM in sports, plans on going to Trent University to study kinesiology in hopes of obtaining a master's degree in physiotherapy. Congratulations. Nice. Spencer, here we go.
Here you go, Spencer.
Yeah, it goes that way.
Oh, hold on. Holy.
Move your tassel, Lenny. Spencer, flip side.
Yeah, tassel. Good, dude.
Plans on going to Nipissing University to study social work after a victory lap at Chippewa. Baccalaureate diploma. Ali plans to attend the biomedical science program at the University of Guelph. Future goal is to work in the healthcare field. Ali is a recipient of the Chippewa Staff Bursary and the Students' Council Award. Congratulations.
Way to go, Ali.
Kate Cardinal receiving his OSSD International Baccalaureate Certificate. Kate plans to study business administration at Nipissing University. He is a recipient of the JS Red Path Limited Scholarship Award. Congratulations, Kate. All right, buddy, you good to take that? Move your tonsil over the other side. Stand in front, look pretty. All right, good.
Pose with the diploma. The envelope.
Courtney Townsend, she's receiving her OSSD, an art certificate, IB diploma, and she plans to attend the Royal Military College of Canada for Bachelor of Arts, Business Administration to become a logistics officer with the Royal Canadian Air Force. Recipient of the Chippewa Students' Council Award. Congratulations, Courtney. There you go. Gabe Mitchell receiving his OSSD, a French immersion certificate, IB certificate, and plans on attending Queen's University in the fall for an undergraduate degree in psychology. Congratulations, Gabe.
Well done, Gabe.
Okay, come back here and move. And then turn around and take your tassel from one side to the other and take a photo. Well done, buddy. Okay, turn around and halfway. So Kira O'Hagan is receiving her OSSD, a French immersion certificate, IB certificate, and plans to attend Nipissing University for a Bachelor of Science in Biology. Her goal is to enter the health science field. She is a recipient of the President's Scholarship Award of Nipissing University and the recipient of the YMCA Membership Award. Congratulations, Kira.
Well done.
There you go.
Well done.
Yeah, there you go. Your turn to get a picture. Karen shoots students.
Alison Hampel receiving her OSSD, her IB certificate, her French immersion certificate. Ali plans to attend Nipissing University's Bachelor of Science in Nursing program, Nipissing University President's Scholarship Program. Alison is named class valedictorian and recipient of the Chippewa Students' Council Award and the Maryland and Garth Goodhue Award. Congratulations, Ali. The suitcase is yours
Way to
to
go,
put
Ali.
here. There you go. Bronwyn Bure receiving her OSSD, French immersion certificate, International Baccalaureate certificate. Bronwyn plans to attend the Master University to study kinesiology. She is the recipient of the William P. Polcock Athletic Bursary. Congratulations. Or did you already? You already had it on the other side. Course certificate, French immersion certificate, returning for a victory lap, and then hoping to go to Guelph University. Avery said, I would love to work with people in a positive way. Congratulations. Pass it to the other side.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you. Receiving her OSSD. Molly is receiving also the French immersion certificate. She intends to go to Laurentian University for neuroscience. Congratulations. So to the other side. There we are. Good job, Molly. Oh, this is so exciting.
Oh no, she's crying.
You knew it.
Stop there. Turn. Graduate Michaela Clark, receiving her OSSD, her IB certificate, her French immersion certificate. Michaela plans to study criminal justice and public policy at the University of Guelph. Her goal is to eventually go to law school. Congratulations, Michaela Clark.
Yay, Michaela! Don't forget your tassel.
Stand there.
So, stand.
Turn your tassel.
Turn your tassel.
Yes, the turning
Now
of the
you're graduating.
tassel.
Yay! So Allison Morrison is receiving her OSSD, an SHSM in sports. Her plans are to return to Chippewa for a semester, and then her future plans include a college for social worker. Congratulations, Allison. Get your phone. Turn your tassel over. Chirico is receiving her OSSD, a French immersion certificate, International Baccalaureate certificate. She plans on completing the Bachelor of Science degree in nursing at Nipissing University in hope of attending medical school in the future. She is receiving the Beta Sigma Phi Award and the Chippewa Students Council Award. Congratulations, Leah.
Get a picture. Can I just get arm in arm?
There. It's okay.
Caleb LeBlanc, receiving his OSSD, plans to attend Canada College for Electrical Techniques. Ultimately, he would like to become a police officer in a small community. Congratulations, Caleb. There you go.
So Zach Mitchell is receiving his OSSD, a French immersion certificate, the IB certificate, and he's going to the University of Ottawa in biomedical science. He hopes to win the lottery. Recipient of the Elizabeth Johnson War Memorial Bursary. Congratulations, Zach.
Good job, Zach.
Your envelope. And then you can go and take a photo off, okay? Just turn
Good
right
job,
there.
Zach.
You gotta put your cap on for that.
Yeah, cap on.
Cap on, buddy.
Like
You
that
have
there.
to. Yeah, yeah, thank
Tradition.
you. It's the only time we're gonna get the cap on.
And the tassel. I do.
Slowly.
want to mess the hair.
Slowly.
It's for your grandmother. Yeah, Dad, Grandma wants pictures.
So,
Okay,
and flip your tassel.
definitely making it really not. It's not on. Yeah.
It's on.
Sina Irfani receiving his OSSD IB certificate, plans to attend Nipissing University for a bachelor's degree in nursing. His goal is to attend medical school in either North America or overseas. Congratulations, Sina. Pass it to the other side. Yep. There you go. Well done. Here. Garrett Gilmet receiving his OSSD, SHSM in business. Garrett plans to attend Georgia College and study business entrepreneurship. He would like to invest in real estate. Multiple income properties and start a business. Garrett is the recipient of the Taylor James Memorial Bursary. Congratulations, Garrett. Congratulations, Garrett.
Good job, Gary.
So, Annie Loader is receiving her OSSD, the Extended French Certificate, an Art Certificate, and plans to attend Northern University for their Veterinarian Assistant program. Congratulations, Annie. So turn and take your tassel from the left. Yeah, there you go. Yay! Alright, Jazz Tay-Duff is receiving her OSSD, a French Immersion Certificate, Art Certificate, IB Certificate, and plans to attend the University of Ottawa in the fall of 2020 to take a degree in the Bachelor of Science in Psychology. She is a recipient of the Life Touch Award. Congratulations, Jazz. Stand there, turn your tassel from right to left, and under the arch. There you go. Albana Vasileva will be receiving her OSSD, the Extended French Certificate, IB Diploma, and plans to attend UBC in Vancouver for their specialized BIE, Bachelor of International Economics program, pursuing a minor in International Relations. Her goal is to complete a Master's in Economics or Finance, and her career goal is to work as a financial analysis and risk management for a corporation or government. She is also the recipient of the Silver Carpe Diem Award, the Chippewa Students Council Award, and the Town and Country Northern Accounting Services Award. Congratulations, Albana.
Good job, Albana.
So if you want to Albana. Okay, grab your envelope, and the gift bag is for you as well for the Carpe Diem Award. Thank you. Okay? And flip your tassel from right to left.
Do I face the camera while I do it?
There you go.
Uh-oh. Sorry, I'm a bit messy.
Good.
Good job.
Congratulations, Albana.
Caius Cartmel Gray receiving his OSSD French Immersion Baccalaureate diploma, plans to complete a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, French immersion at the University of Ottawa, recipient of the Jim Wilcox Award for Wit. Congratulations. Castle on the other side. There you go. You're good. Around the world. Western Scholarship of Distinction, recipient of Chippewa Student Council Award and Community Living Award. Congratulations, Jalen. Good job, Jalen. And then you get to put that.
It's easier when they're not yours.
Turn around. There you go. And you're good. I love your hat. Zach Thompson receiving his OSSD. Zach plans to take motive power at Canadore College starting level 2 of an automotive service technology apprenticeship. Congratulations, son. Pencil on the other side, Zach, that is yours. Stuck under our balloons. There you go.
Good job, Zach.
Good job, Zach.
Ronan Larmer receiving his OSSD. Ronan is returning to Chippewa next semester. Congratulations, Ronan.
Yay, Ronan!
Hustle on the other side. You are good to go. Congratulations, Ronan. Kalinda Samaru receiving her OSSD. Kalinda is returning to Chippewa for next year. Her goal is to work towards becoming a paramedic. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Take that. Toss on the other side. Congratulations. Catherine Beatty receiving her OSSD, French Immersion Certificate, Arts Certificate, SHSM in Arts and Culture. Her International Baccalaureate Certificate, plans to study forensic science with a double major in criminology and ultimately become a forensic psychologist for the RCMP. Recipient of the Yes Training Trust Fund Award. Congratulations, Catherine. Little garden, have a picture with the family.
Good job, Zach.
I'm short enough.
Here you go. Good timing. Laura Govra receiving her OSSD, French Immersion Certificate. Laura plans to attend Nipissing University to acquire a Bachelor of Business Administration degree. Congratulations. Head over in front of the garden and have a picture taken with the family.
Congratulations, Laura.
Good job, Laura.
is the Lieutenant Governor's Volunteer Award recipient, as well as recipient of the Canadore College Secondary School Award. Congratulations, Anthony. Woo! There you go, buddy.
Congratulations, Anthony.
Your tassel on the other side. Head over and have some pictures taken with your family in front of the garden. SHSM in Art and Culture, Art Certificate, IB Certificate. Her future includes graduating from Trent University in Cultural Studies and finding a career in Arts Administration. Congratulations. This is the other side.
Good job, Caitlin.
Move over and just watch the balloons, Caitlin. You can have your picture taken in front of the garden with your family.
Graduate Tiana Maisonneuve. She will be receiving her OSSD, her French Immersion Certificate, her partial SHSM in sports, plans to attend Nipissing University specializing in biology. Ultimate career goal is to be a marine biologist. Would like to attend a university on the East Coast and play a varsity sport. Recipient of the William E. Colcock Athletic Bursary. Congratulations, Tiana Maisonneuve.
Yay!
Come and take your diploma. Switch your...
Do I?
Yep.
I take the whole thing?
Or switch your tassel.
I present this to you. Congratulations.
Switch your tassel over to
Switch your tassel. There you go. And off we go.
Have pictures
Family
taken
picture
in
over
front
here.
of the little garden. Receiving her OSSD, her French Immersion Certificate, her Art Certificate. Taylor plans to attend college for Game Design and Development. She is a recipient of the Canadore College Secondary School Award. Congratulations, Taylor. Taylor, you get to take that with you. Put your tassel on your other side and go have a picture in front of the garden with your family. Taylor?
Take your...
Oop, I'm not supposed to do that, but... Now you watch your man, you're really out of luck today. We got balloons falling.
Congratulations, Taylor!
Sorry. So we have Shayna Cheryl Crawford receiving her OSSD, her Art Certificate, her International Baccalaureate Certificate. Shayna is planning on taking a year off and then returning to school to become a mechanic. Congratulations!
Congratulations!
This is yours. With the tassel on the other side, and then you can go over in front of the flower garden with Mom and Dad and have a picture taken. You're welcome.
There we go. So Jordan Moss is receiving the OSSD, an art certificate, the SHSM in sports, and plans to attend Canadore College for Child Psychology. Congratulations, Jordan. Yay, Jordan! I'm gonna hold the balloon. Nope, all of it. That's yours, yeah. And I'm gonna pull this, and you're gonna go through and get a photo picture for you. Jordan Patterson receiving her OSSD, an art certificate, the French Immersion Certificate, and an IB certificate, and plans on attending Queen's University for a Bachelor of Arts degree in Computing and Creative Arts. Congratulations, Jordan. So you pick up your turn your tablet from one side to the other, and you're good to go. There you go. So Alexander Thomas receiving his OSSD. Alex plans to return to Chippewa for the fall semester. His future plans are undecided at this time. Congratulations, Alex. No, it's already there. Oh, sorry, you already had it in the right spot. Sorry, Alex. Head over in front of the garden and have a picture taken with your family.
Congratulations, Alex.
Yay, Alex! Great job, Alex! We have Hunter Ferguson receiving his OSSD, returning for an additional year. Hunter's goal is to start his own business. Congratulations. There you go, Hunter. You can take your, go and have a picture taken. We have Jalen Dufresne receiving her OSSD, her arts certificate. Jalen plans to attend Canadore College for social work. Her goal is to go to university and earn a social work degree. Congratulations, Jalen. And then you can go have a picture taken in front of the garden. I'm going to read this for you. Okay, we have Brianna LeBlanc receiving her OSSD, her extended French certificate. Brianna plans to attend Canadore College for construction technician, then graduate and move on with her life. She is the recipient of the Gerald R. Bessett Bursary. Congratulations, Brianna. Yay, Brianna! On the other side, you can go and have your picture taken. We have Sarah Karpenko receiving her OSSD. Her future plans are undecided at this time. Congratulations. Go and stand in front of the flowers. Put your tassels, Sarah, to the other side. You can go stand in front of the flowers, have your picture taken with your family. That's right. We have Thomas Hatton Burnley receiving his OSSD. Thomas plans to attend Cambrian College and earn a degree in electrical technology engineering. Congratulations. That is yours.
Oh no, he's just going to the back turn now. Yeah, he's going back around. Yeah. He's like, where do I put my tassel?
There you go. Yeah, you're quite welcome.
Okay, just a minute, Thomas.
Yeah, I gotta get some better.
There you go.
There you go.
Here we are. Peter Bridges receiving his OSSD, his art certificate, his extended French certificate. Peter yours. That's yours. Take it to the tassel on the other side. The garden. No. Nope. Oh, sorry. Had it. There you go. Sorry. Don't listen to me. Go have your picture taken, buddy.
Oh, come under theirs.
It's that under there, Chip.
There you go. So Zach Perkins, receiving an OSSD, plans to return to Chippewa next semester, and his goal is to become a marine small engine mechanic. Congratulations, Zachary. Turn around and turn your tassel from one side to the other. Congratulations.
It's a wedding. You had to distract me with the dog.
Hi, buddy. Adam Weeks, who's receiving his OSSD, IB certificate, art certificate, and is planning on attending the University of Guelph entrance. Is received the University of Guelph entrance scholarship. Plans to attend the University of Guelph for Bachelor of Science and go on to graduate studies, hoping to do scientific research in biology. He is also the recipient of the Life Touch Award. Congratulations, Adam. So Adam, if you just want to turn around and grab your envelope, and then do a photo op, and then you can head to the garden. Okay, go.
Dylan Poulet, story, receiving his OSSD, his art certificate, partial SHSM in arts and culture. Dylan plans on joining the Carpenters Union and apprenticing as a carpenter. Congratulations!
Woo!
Yay! Yours. With your tassel to the...
No, it's already there.
Don't flip it. It's already there. There you go.
Thanks.
Go have your picture taken with your mom. One up. Turn and fix the camera. We have Chris Essery receiving his OSSD. Chris plans on entering the workforce and going to Canadore College to study electrical. Congratulations!
Woo!
Yay! Chris! On the other side, on your left side, your tassel. Oh! Yep.
So keep the head on. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Got it.
Okay. Right there.
And smile.
And smile. Hunter Edmonds receiving his OSSD. Hunter is returning to Chippewa for a victory lap and then planning to attend culinary school. Congratulations, Hunter.
Yay, Hunter!
That is yours. Get to go.
Turn your tassel.
No, yeah, your tassel goes to the other side. Like, this way. They can go over and have your picture taken in front of the flowers.
Awesome, thank you.
Congrats.
We have Nicholas Carr receiving his OSSD, his French Immersion Certificate, International Baccalaureate Certificate. Nick plans to attend Carleton University to study aerospace engineering, and then he wants to be a part of a future space exploration and travel to space himself. Congratulations! That is yours. No, is this tassel?
This is on the right side now. Yeah.
It's already on the right side. Okay. That's Zach plans to attend Carleton University in the fall for his Bachelor of Journalism degree. Congratulations, Zach. There you go, bud. Get to take that. Flowers for spirits.
Turn your tassel, sweetheart. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, wait.
Receiving his OSSD Extended French Certificate, Blake plans to attend college and work in cybersecurity. His ultimate career goal is to open an automotive tuning and body shop. Congratulations, Blake.
Woo!
Yay, Blake. Okay, buddy, there's yours. Put your tassel on the other side and head over in front of the garden, have a picture taken with your family.
You go, Sarah.
Great job! Sarah. Okay, Sarah, this is yours.
Yes.
It's yours, and you're good. Does she have her spot?
No.
Okay, put your tassel on the other side.
Sarah, take your tassel and flip it over to the other side. Yeah. There you go. Good job. Oh.
There you go.
It'll come over. Oh, don't lose the hat.
I got it. Can I help you, Sarah?
You're good. There you go. You can get your picture taken.
So Rajan Bath, receiving his OSSD, plans to study business management at Ryerson University. His career goal is to be an entrepreneur and open several businesses that are globally recognized. Congratulations, Roger. And then don't forget to turn your passes from right to left. There you go.
Great job.
William Crothers receiving an OSSD, an art certificate, SHSM in sports, and planning to do a victory lap before attending Canada College. Congratulations, William.
It's okay, we're putting this all together. On Tuesday night you'll be able to see the whole thing, so it's like they graduated together.
I hit the video button.
We have Bethany Moore receiving her OSSD and her art certificate. Bethany plans to return to Chippewa next semester, and then her plans include going to college. Congratulations!
Woo!
Yay, Bethany!
Go, Bethany, you're the best!
Look at me for a second. Your eyes are, it's your makeup, it looks beautiful. Put your hands on. We have BJ McDuff receiving his OSSD, Extended French Certificate. BJ plans to attend Nipissing University in the fall. After first year, he will then determine whether to go to the University of Ottawa or to stay at Nipissing. His career goal is to have a managerial position working in different regions or countries. BJ is the recipient of the Canadian Tire Associate Store Award. Congratulations! Yay, BJ! No, this class is... yeah. There you go. We have Faith Sege receiving her OSSD, her French immersion certificate. Faith is currently working full-time and expects to start school in the fall of 2020. She is still undecided which program she will pursue. She is also a honors roll designation. Congratulations! Yay! Woo! You did it! Yay!
Sure did.
Yay! Oh, throw your tassel first. Hey, she's been nagging on me all day. You're gonna go around the corner in front of the garden and then take it with your family. Okay. We have Bailey Schaefer receiving his OSSD and his art certificate. Bailey's future plans are undecided at this time. Congratulations! Nope, it's on the right side. Okay, it's all good. And you can stand in front of the garden, Bailey, and have your picture taken. graphic design. He is a recipient of the Nipissing First Nations Award. Congratulations, Parker. Okay, buddy, this is yours. Again, no, is he?
Flip it to your left side.
Flip in your
Other side.
Oh,
Yeah.
I give up today. There you go. That's yours.
So it's-
Stand in front of the garden over there with that. Welcome.
Hey, congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
We have Marilyn Green receiving her OSSD, her IB certificate. She's studying to work on her novel and use her anthropology degree in university to improve her writing. Congratulations, Marilyn. Why can I not figure that out today? You think I know? That is yours. You're welcome. We have Colton Eggert getting his OSSD. Colton plans on attending Nipissing University for business administration. Congratulations. Yay! Colton, bring your tassel to the other side. And you can take this with you. And you can go and have your picture taken from the garden with your mom. Welcome.
Caden Sweeney receiving his OSSD. He plans on returning to Chippewa next semester, and his future plans are undecided at this time. Congratulations, Caden. Do you want to turn around and get your envelope? Oh, okay. That's okay. They're undecided. They're just undecided. Do you want to turn your tassel to the other side, okay, Caden?
Move your tassel.
Oh.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Right around.
Get this done. We have Owen Barnes receiving his OSSD and his art certificate. Owen plans to work for a year and then attend college. Congratulations, Owen. Okay, Owen, this is yours. Tassel on the other side, that is yours. Stand hooked. Yeah, hooked. There we go. You go and stand in front of the garden. Have your picture. We have Kirsten Burke receiving her OSSD. Kirsten is planning to study civil engineering at Canadore College. Her goal is to get her realtor license. She is a recipient of the Canadore College Secondary School Award. Congratulations! Yay! There you go.
Hello everyone. We're sad that we can't all be together today to celebrate, laugh, and enjoy our final days of high school together.
However, it's important that we're all coming together in this unique way to celebrate our triumphs, our achievements, our victories both individually and at school, and embracing that the next chapter of our lives is just beginning.
It's been a crazy few months. It hasn't always been easy. No one was expecting our grade 12 year to end up this way. We hoped for one more game, one more performance, one more time to hang out with friends, and one last chance to be a senior.
The world can seem like a really scary place sometimes. But you know what? Today we become Chippewa graduates with everyone cheering us on. Mia is going to be a pilot.
Shayna is going to be a personal support worker.
Zach's going to be a journalist.
And Julia is going to be a teacher.
This year, every single graduate is doing the right thing. You're pursuing what you love, or maybe you're still figuring out what that is. Yeah, the world can seem pretty bad sometimes.
But I know everyone here has a way they'd like the world to be, and you have the opportunity to change that for the better.
Since our time at Chippewa, we've grown a lot, both literally and figuratively. Each of us has worked ridiculously hard to get to where we are, and so for that, you should thank yourself first.
Through the good days and the bad days, you gave yourself the best that you could give, and that's an amazing thing. We've all begun to grow into the best versions of ourselves.
Chippewa is a culture. It's made up of small bits and brilliant people. These are the people we have to thank, and these are the people that we have to remember.
Teachers, thank you for explaining the concept for the third time and not getting frustrated. Your extra effort that you put in inside and outside of the classroom made all the difference.
You have helped shape us into the adults that we are today. Thank you for helping us no matter what.
To our principal and vice principals, thank you for working behind the scenes to organize every aspect of our lives at Chippewa, from our first classes here to now graduation.
To Pauline and Evelyn in the cafeteria, thank you for making the best brownies and pasta sauce that some of us have ever tasted.
To our custodial staff, thank you for keeping the school clean despite the 7-8 hallway. Thank you for giving us high fives in the hallway, and we will miss your smiles that remind us of the joy in this building.
Thank you to our secretaries who keep everything organized, who always have apples in a bowl if you want one. Thank you to Carrie, who always has breakfast for anyone in the school and a kind word when you need one. Thank you, Karina, for swooping in and saving the day right when the projector stops working or when you just deleted your essay. Thank you to our librarians for forgiving us for having books that are 4 years late and for always asking how our day's going.
To our parents and guardians, thank you for reminding us of who we are and never doubting that we could do our best.
Finally, thank you to our friends. Think about the people that were there for you through thick and thin and through the ups and downs of high school.
We spent a lot of time with each other, whether you've been here since grade 9 with 5,044 hours here, or whether you've been here since grade 7 with 7,566 hours together.
We've all spent time together, and we've created our little families here. Maybe your family was on the soccer team, the volleyball team, or the basketball team.
Maybe you were in band, in art club, or on SAC, or in the yearbook, or on Raiderade, or part of the literature club.
Maybe your home was Pride Club, or Best Buddies, in the tech wing, or Raider Dance. Maybe you loved being on the swim team, or the cross-country team, or the track team, or playing hockey, or skiing.
Chippewa has given you memories and made you feel like you belong where you are.
There are some things that are unique to Chippewa. If we say factoring is a religion, you'd better say,
we common factor first. If you've taken Crothers' class, you're familiar with his many iconic quotes, and maybe you've been sitting in a different class when you've heard one of Mr. Jones' random screams.
Maybe you remember the night before an IA or an ISU was due. Thank goodness for coffee. Maybe you got the chance to go on a travel and tourism trip, or be a part of a mock trial, or take a co-op class.
We remember East-West and our joint cheer with Whitfield, Coburn throwing a pizza party, formals, and the pancake breakfast the day after. Chippewa will never be forgotten.
Outside of school, we accomplished a lot too. We learned how to drive, or some of us did. We got jobs, we went to parties, and we figured out what we wanted to do in the world.
Ici à Chippewa, notre programme de français nous offre la possibilité de poursuivre nos ambitions académiques.
Mais avec des enseignants comme M. Martel, Mme Chirco, Mme Lafrenière, M. Gagné et Mme Montcalm, nous avons aussi eu la chance d'appartenir à une famille diverse, avec qui nous avons créé des souvenirs que nous nous en souvenons avec un sourire.
On n'oubliera jamais notre visite à Saint-Denis, les soirées de français et bien sûr l'incomparable fiesta Notre-Dame de Paris.
Rien ne résout des problèmes aussi effectivement qu'écouter à Belle au moins 5 fois. Merci.
Fellow graduates, it's wild that we're graduating during the middle of a pandemic. However, if there's anything that we've learned over the past few years and even the past few months, is that whenever a challenge comes our way, we will have the tenacity to overcome it and be successful.
Learning online was a new experience for everyone, but we did it. We persevered, and we're getting our diplomas and graduating. Savor the moment.
Take pride in how far you've come, have faith in how far you'll go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey.
It doesn't really matter how good you are at something if you don't want to do good with it. I think that a good person who does something really poorly still does more than a bad person who's really good at doing bad. Somehow that seems like a comforting thought. Do as much good as you can.